This is the main reason why I'm here now, because they kicked me out a week before Christmas.
You can't tell her to close her mouth.
And she does need to shut up. She does need to shut up.
You weren't saying that when you was just in my bed. Let's hold on. What you keep sleeping with? You don't want. I got everything in mind.
We go right into the thick of things when the gavel bangs. The judge establishes the main conflict by getting straight to the point. She wants him to take the initiative. There is simply no way, he maintains. From the earliest moments of this dramatic episode, the tension is evident.
You open this case against Mr. Lewis because you say he denies fathering your 21-month-old son, Raiden.
Yes, Your Honor.
Only because you won't have sex with him.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you want Mr. Lewis to step up after today's results prove that he is the father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
This establishes the tone for his aggressive and frequently disrespectful behavior during the hearings.
As you claim, Miss Lester was openly sleeping with several men, and there is no way you are her son's father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Miss Lester, you say Mr. Lewis is denying your...
Ms. Lester responds with an important detail. They openly talked about having a child together and never used protection. He seem as either dishonest or utterly disconnected from the truth of their previous connection and chat, which is a strange and ineffectual response to such a severe accusation.
Explain.
Me and Stanley planned my son.
We did not plan a baby.
Yes, we did.
No, we did not.
We've also never used a condom. We talked about having a baby numerous times, so this is all new to me on why he's not claiming my son.
So you're denying the baby?
No, I'm not denying a baby. It's just Jatoya Lester, she just always...
The judge had to stop him a second time as he begins to call Ms. Lester a hug, which is obviously offensive. His inability to contain his insults is almost funny. The judge cleverly notes that since he was the one who decided to have sex with her in the first place, his insults made him appear insane.
Did I just say use respectful language in the court?
I'm sorry, but it's just what it is.
No. It's not what it's gonna be in this courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you look crazy because you're the one sleeping with her anyway, so you're not making a point.
The judge focuses on the accusations of baby talk. Did Mr. Lewis truly express a desire to start a family? He acknowledges that men will say anything when things get heated. This admission is heartbreaking. In essence, he is admitting that his words during intimacy are meaningless, which totally erodes any trust. This is a sharp socio-commentary. This is the reason the term bond is so crucial, particularly when considering the possibility of having a child.
Said that we was gonna have a baby, not the first night that we reconnect and we have sex.
But did you ever say it?
At the heat of the moment,
Right.
guys say anything having sex, Your Honor. Anything.
Note to self. But if you were already having sex, why do you need to say that if it isn't true? It's not.
When we find out that Ms. Lester permitted another guy to attend the birth, the narrative becomes even more complicated. According to Mr. Lewis, this other man signed the birth certificate and severed the umbilical cord. This is a strong argument in favor of his doubts. If Ms. Lester was so certain the child belonged to Mr. Lewis, why would the man he thinks is the father be so involved from the beginning? The plot becomes much more complex.
He thought I was playing when I said I was pregnant.
I never thought.
Yes, you did, because you kept saying you ain't pregnant, you ain't pregnant. Yes, you did. Correction. Yes, you did.
No,
and then the day I had my son, I did not call him because he knew the day that I was having my son because I had to get a cesarean.
The documentation has the proof. The formal birth certificate is produced by the judge, and sure enough, the father's name is shown as belonging to another guy. The explanation offered by Ms. Lester is that she had no intention of pursuing Mr. Lewis. This is a crucial time. Although her action may have been motivated by irritation, it seriously undermined her credibility in the court's eyes and provided Mr. Lewis with a very good cause to be skeptical.
Look in my court files because we got a copy of that birth certificate.
Yes, he did.
This birth certificate, oh yeah, here it is, from the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Certified record of birth for Raiden Jador. And father's name is another man.
The drama spread to the internet. According to Ms. Lester, she has previously tested another possible father and shared the results results on social media. The judge asks, understandably astonished, who shares paternity findings on social media? By making her entire story seem less about the child's welfare and more about a public spectacle or personal vindication, this strange approach portrays Ms. Lester as someone who enjoys public drama.
The other man here too.
Because we did a test and it came back that he was not his father. And he knew that because it was posted on social media. So upon the results being posted on social media, he called.
A medical miracle is Mr. Lewis's ultimate card. He says that after being shot and given medication, doctors told him he could not conceive. This gives the case a significant additional dimension. If his denial is accurate, it goes beyond her other relationships. It stems from a strong conviction in his own body. As a result, the situation becomes a possible medical enigma rather than a straightforward one, he said.
Since that time, you haven't fathered any other children.
No.
And that's why you feel Raiden is not your biological child.
First of all, Yana, he doesn't even look like me. Just because he's light-skinned, he has none of my features.
He doesn't. The mayhem reappears. Just 2 weeks ago, while her present fiancé was out of town, Mr. Lewis claims that Ms. Lester approached him for sex. A frenzied back and forth has resulted from his need for proof. The ongoing complex connection between all these people is revealed in this moment, implying that the poisonous dynamics that gave rise to this paternity problem are still very much in effect, making any hope for a clean conclusion for the child more difficult.
At all.
Yes, he do look.
The time of the truth has come. The findings are in after all the accusations, insults, and tears. The courtroom is silent. Jerome gives the judge the envelope. This young boy's paternal identity is soon to be decided, particularly for Mr. Lewis, for whom this outcome may imply the impossibly difficult. The emotional burden is enormous. He never imagined he would have a miraculous child. I believe.
Bucket naked, in the tub while he's out of town, trying to get me to come have sex with him.
Do you have proof?
Did you say
Proof? What I need proof.
naked?
He know how you are.
The outcome is conclusive. The father is not Mr. Lewis. There is an instant emotional fallout. In a heartfelt apology, Ms. Lester admits her errors and thanks Mr. Lewis's mother for her support. In the midst of the mayhem, it is a moment of unadulterated humility, a fleeting sight of responsibility, and the complicated, agonizing truth that everyone must now confront, particularly young Raiden, who is left without a verified biological father.
It's time we get the results. Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case,
The paternity court is thrust into one of the most startling family relationships it has ever witnessed as soon as the gavel bangs. Ms. Holthouse is here to identify Zayden, her 3-month-old son's father. You could not make up the setup since it is too crazy.
comes to 21-month-old Raiden. It has been determined by this court. Mr. Lewis, you are not the father.
Judge Lake sets out the astounding assumption. Ms. Holthouse acknowledges that the father is either Mr. China, her mother's boyfriend, or a man who does not want anything to do with her baby. Mr. China's role and his denial of paternity was confirmed by the judge. This mother-daughter love triangle's sheer boldness sets the stage for a drama full of betrayal and really bad decisions made by all of the adults involved.
Nothing to do with your child or the defendant who happens to be your mother's boyfriend. Now, Mr. Chenault, you Ms. Holthouse's mother's boyfriend.
Yes, Your Honor.
Though you admit you were intimate with your girlfriend's daughter, you say you strongly doubt you fathered her child.
He says it began with a misspelled text message from Ms. Holthouse. He then claims that she exposed her breasts while wearing a little skirt and that one thing led to another.
Started out as a text message, Your Honor. I received, it wasn't supposed to come to me, and a word was misspelled. It was a word. A few days later, she had on tight clothing, little skirt, breast out. And next thing you know, one thing led to another. We started flirting with each other back and forth.
The judge, understandably appalled, poses the world's most obvious question to Mr. China. Have you ever considered something to be inappropriate? He is utterly silent.
Ever think in your mind this is inappropriate? So, Ms. Holthouse, this all started with a word you misspelled in a text.
Yes, Your Honor.
He told us the word you abbreviated, and I can imagine how you abbreviated it.
The vile facts of their initial meeting are disclosed by Miss Holthouse. She acknowledges that after he phoned her, she sneaked out of her grandmother's house and they had sex in a park.
You got a phone call while you're at your grandmother's house.
Yes, Your Honor.
What did he say?
What did I mean by that text that I sent him?
And your response was?
I didn't mean anything about it at that moment.
And then he said, no, I'm serious. I'm trying to figure out how this conversation got from there to the park.
Judge Lake's question about whether Mr. China was still having sex with the mother during his 6-month affair with the makes the scenario even more repulsive.
Holthouse, how were you sneaking around behind your mother's back with her boyfriend? What were you doing?
We would just, when she's not there, she left to go somewhere. Sometimes when she's sleeping.
In her house?
When Mr. China acknowledges that the mother nearly caught them, the boldness takes a new turn.
She ever almost catch you?
And when she did,
What happened?
she caught me standing in front of her, my pants unzipped. She was really furious and upset, and we basically got into huge arguments and fights about things that were going on.
And so when you found out you were pregnant, Miss Holthouse.
This timeline is a soap opera unto itself. We find out that Ms. Holthouse has a 3-month-old baby who may also be his, and the mother has an 11-month-old daughter with Mr. China. There is an incalculable risk of psychological harm and family strife for these kids.
Did your mother know anything about this?
No, Your Honor.
So tell
When we discover that Mr. China not only knew Ms. Holthouse, but also assisted in her upbringing, the ick factor soars. He affirms that he saw her mature. His subsequent sexual involvement with her was a textbook example of grooming conduct and a serious breach of trust because he played the role of a father figure.
me what happened.
When we learn that they all still reside together, the plot becomes unbearably complex. Mr. China, the mother, the daughter, and both infants live together.
Find out you're pregnant, who do you think it is?
At the moment, it could have been 2 guys. Mr. Chenault and another guy. And I had to sneak out and go tell Mr. Chenault that it could be his, maybe.
You were honest.
Yes, Your Honor.
So Mr.
Based only on their body language, seasoned attorney Judge Lake exposes their blatant lies. She points out a distinctive twitch in Mr. China's mouth and observes how rigid Ms. Holthouse is. She believes their affair has persisted and says it is clear they are lying. This is a masterclass in reading people, revealing the web of deceit they continue to attempt to uphold even in a court of law.
watched her grow up.
Yes, Your Honor. I also helped raise her.
Now this just keeps getting nasty. So how will this change if you're his grandfather or if you're his father?
Me and Miss Bogartis just have to figure something.
Everything is revealed in the proposed lie detector test. Judge Lake gives them an opportunity to demonstrate that the affair has ended. Mr. China declines right away, stating, "No, Your Honor, I won't." Ms. Holthouse declines as well.
You are trying to work on and save your relationship.
Well, there are rules laid down for me and Miss Holthouse, her daughter. We're not allowed to be in the same room together. We're not allowed to talk or text each other. We're not supposed to really even be around each other. And if we are in the same room together, she turns down the TV so she can hear the conversations that we're having.
Judge Lake gives a scathing final evaluation once the results are known. Mr. China, although he managed to avoid legal fatherhood, his character has been thoroughly examined and determined to be wholly unreliable and predatory, as this strong rebuke highlights.
Could snap you in two. And Mr. Chenault, your body language and that twitch your mouth does, that's what lawyers, we're taught to read the body language of our witnesses. That's how we can better ask questions. And that's why I just gave you all the opportunity to tell the truth. Because it's obvious from where I'm sitting, you all aren't telling the truth, and there's more to this.
An engagement is in jeopardy at the beginning of the case. The wedding between Ms. Valdez-Lark and Mr. Slater has been postponed.
You, ma'am, anybody have anything to say?
No, Your Honor, I really don't have anything to say.
Anybody? All right, well, that's your business. Moving on. So, Ms. Holthouse, are you nervous about these results? Are you hoping he's the father? Are you hoping he's not?
No, Your Honor, I really don't hope he's the father.
Ms. Valdez-Lark describes the startling phone call. The 12-year-old daughter of the couple called her and gave it to Miss Pitts.
And I really don't. I hope I'm not his father. I really want things just to go back to being normal.
I'm not not sure what normal is for you. His results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows.
As we find out why Miss Pitts made that crucial decision, the plot becomes more complex. She discloses that she was thinking about adoption and required Mr. Slater's signature on the paperwork, but she was unable to get in touch with him.
Case of Holt House versus Chenault Bogarden. As it pertains to 3-month-old Zayden Holt House, Mr. Chenault, it has been determined by this court, you are not his father.
Ms. Pitts allegedly disclosed that she and Mr. Slater began playing around once more in May 2012 during a 3-way conversation. The response from Ms. Valdez-Lark makes perfect sense. This instance highlights people's difficult decisions and complicated past.
Valdez-Lark, you claim your engagement to your fiance, Mr. Slater, is on hold until you determine today if he cheated on you and fathered his ex's 1-year-old daughter, Harmony.
At last, Mr. Slater tells the truth, and it is a categorical denial. He merely replies, "No, Your Honor," when asked if he thinks he is the father. Why? Since we have not had intercourse.
Ms. Valdez-Lark, I'll start with you. How did you find out Ms. Pitts was pregnant and claiming the fiance was the father?
Back in September of 2012, I received a phone call from their 12-year-old daughter.
In addition to denying the romance, Mr. Slater accuses Ms. Pitts of having an obsession with him.
He said, "I need to speak with you on a matter." So I'm like, "Okay, go ahead, what's the matter?" She was like, "I'm pregnant by Robert." So I'm like, "That's a lie."
Ms. Valdez-Lark talks about how she reacted angrily to learning she was pregnant. She instructed Mr. Slater to gather his belongings and go. According to reports, he said, "I am not going anywhere with it."
I'm like, why would you even start back messing with him when he already don't take care of the child? So why would you, not only that, Your Honor, she have several other kids, maybe 7, 8, and 9, and 10. I don't know how many they are.
The drama intensifies. After all of this, we find out that Mr. Slater got Ms. Valdez-Lark pregnant. Due to her pregnancy, she made the decision to improve their relationship. He even purchased engagement rings, which she later pawned.
Quiet over there. You get this call, and do you believe you're the father?
No.
You don't?
No, Your Honor.
The disagreement turns into a discussion about the baby's appearance. According to Ms. Valdez-Lark, she informed Mr. Slater that the infant resembled his mother, claiming that Ms. Valdez-Lark says that about every infant, Ms. Pitts responds with a caustic jab.
Doubts father of this child. You feel like you're not the father.
Yeah.
Why are you doubtful? Besides the fact you say you haven't had sex.
Judge Lark challenges Mr. Slater's inconsistent testimony. He says he cannot recall the last time he had sex with Ms. Pitts. He must look her in the face and tell her how long it has been because the judge will not have it.
Valdez-Lark, what happened when you found out Miss Pitts was pregnant?
I told her, come and get him and this stuff and get him out. He didn't want to go.
A star witness appears in the most unlikely of places. According to Ms. Pitts, the couple's 12-year-old daughter approached Mr. Slater and confirmed that he was at her mother's house by saying, "Daddy, sure you did."
Mr. Slater.
Try to pan everything out and work on it.
Okay.
So he went and got, which I have proof that there was rings.
Ms. Valdez-Lark makes it very clear what will happen. Mr. Slater will receive his walking papers if the results demonstrate that he is the father.
Everything
But except
else.
for that child right
But, and how in the world we is at it?
The outcome is in, and it is a shocking revelation. Harmony's father is Mr. Slater. His careless behavior is promptly called out by the court, who finds it disheartening.
Never ever slept with her in recent past.
You're right, Your Honor.
How long has it been since you slept with Miss Pitts?
I can't remember.
Look at me in my face when you testify.
In order to identify the father of her 3-week-old son, Malcolm, Ms. Kavanaugh and her mother are present when the case begins. A traditional paternity mystery is established right away when Mr. Bowles, who has never met the child, declares he is certain he is not the father.
Stood to his face in front of me and told him, "Daddy, yes you did come to my mama's house picking up my mama's at my cousin's birthday party."
Mr. Bowles clarifies his suspicions by disclosing that they had intercourse within 20 minutes of their initial encounter.
About for a month and then he back at home. He ain't never been gone for no.
All right, well, you know what? I think it's time for the results to roll. Well, just keep getting me the envelope.
Ms. Kavanaugh makes a startling admission regarding her motivations on the first night. This exposes a terribly mistaken attempt to control a relationship, which led to the paternity conundrum.
When it comes to 1-year-old Primrose Harmony Pitts, Mr. Slater, you are her father.
When Mr. Bowles reveals that Ms. Kavanaugh had previously lied about being pregnant just weeks before she actually became pregnant, the plot takes a drastic turn.
Kavanaugh, you and your mother are appearing in court today to prove paternity of your three is Mr. Bowles, even though you admit to being intimate with another man, Mr. McElliott, during the window of consent.
In startling detail, Ms. Kavanaugh acknowledges the fraudulent pregnancy scheme. She acknowledges that she purchased a pregnancy test with the intention of faking a positive result by cracking open 2 negative tests.
We first met the first night, we had sex within like 20 minutes of being in her house.
It wasn't within 20 minutes.
And then, like, probably 3 weeks later, maybe 2 weeks later, I found like an open condom wrapper in her bathroom.
Well,
she had already said that
just because
like, I was the only person she was having sex with. And so then I found the wrapper.
Just because I had sex with him on the...
In an ironic turn of events that seems staged, Ms. Kavanaugh discloses that both of the tests she used to carry out her fictitious pregnancy plan were truly positive.
I felt like he didn't respect me and didn't care about my feelings. So yes, I did have one encounter with Mr. McElliott, but I felt like I wanted to do that to make him jealous because I wanted him to see that somebody else wants me and maybe he would want me, which is a very immature and childish way of thinking.
Ms. Kavanaugh recounts an instance of Mr. Bowles' extreme contempt. This story demonstrates how their relationship was poisonous and dysfunctional, marked by a lack of mutual respect and open communication, which eventually resulted in this complex circumstance.
Mr. Bowles, I'm trying to understand your doubt fully.
And also before she got pregnant, she actually lied about being pregnant maybe like some weeks before. She lied about it.
That is true. The way that I found out that I was truly pregnant with my son is because I was very childish when I was talking to Mr. Bowles.
The crucial question posed by Judge Lake is whether Ms. Kavanaugh wants Mr. Bowles to be the father because she genuinely believes it or because she wants to be with him.
Lived about 30 minutes away, worked about 30 minutes away, was always coming to see me. He gave me the wrong impression, really. So when I did childishly try to fake a pregnancy test, I went to the store, got a pregnancy test, was going to take 2 negatives, turn it into a positive.
When Mr. McElliott is introduced, he makes a good first impression. He talks about properly wooing Ms. Kavanaugh, going on dates with her, and treating her like a lady.
Cut and paste necessary.
No, it was very shocking. Like when I was pretending to be pregnant or trying to be pregnant, I don't think I understand fully the responsibility that I do now.
Yes,
so
because it's a lot of responsibility,
yes,
isn't it?
In order to relieve everyone's tension, Mr. McElliott tells the court that he has offered to sign the birth certificate and be the father without a DNA test.
The father, but when I told him I wanted to be in a committed relationship, I said I don't want to have sex until we are in a committed relationship. I was just tired of it. I was done. I didn't want him to disrespect me anymore. I could be carrying your child and you just disrespect me. I told him I didn't want to have sex anymore until we're in a committed relationship.
Ms. Kavanaugh reveals to a third possible father just when you thought the drama could not get much more intense.
It's a little bit of both. Like, I do still kind of have feelings for Mr. Bowles, and I don't really know why. With Mr. McElliott, he actually told me he didn't want to do a DNA test, and he would actually sign the birth certificate and didn't care if he was the father and wanted to be with me, even if he did that.
Judge Lake gives a stirring, well-known lecture about accountability. She describes the basic biological distinction. The final cost of delivery is borne by women. She teaches everyone that although promiscuity is terrible for everyone, women cannot afford to act carelessly because knowing a child's paternity is essential to their well-being.
McElliott, thank you for joining us today. Please describe your relationship with Ms. Kavanaugh.
My relationship with Ms. Kavanaugh, I would say, is a very special one. Me and her, we met. I got her number. I called her that evening and offered her for a movie. We hooked up and went out to eat or something like that. But ever since—
So you took her on dates and courted her and treated her like a lady should be treated.
The outcome is a double whammy of astonishment. The father is not Mr. McElliott. Judge Lake then deals Mr. Bowles his last blow. You are not his father. The 2 men who were hauled to court are not the father.
It was starting to get on me a little heavy, and I was certain that it was getting on her probably more. So I had came up with an ultimatum that I would sign the birth certificate, I would be the father of the child, and we would just scratch the DNA test and everything. I'll just pick up and we'll be a family.
When you say the stress was weighing on you and it was weighing on—
I apologize. There is an immediate and agonizing standoff since he is emphatic that there is no need for a test, claiming he is aware that he is not her father.
Do you remember whether you used protection or not?
No, that's why I think it may be another person, but I'm not quite sure.
That's something I don't understand though. Men, like you're having sex all over and you're intimate. I'm not.
It's not
you.
right for anybody.
Yeah, but when a girl does it, it's like, whoa, whoa. Well, what about them?
Miss Christian appeals to the court on an emotional level. She claims she has never had a father in her life and feels alone. She remembers him being in and out of her life since childhood and makes the compelling point that she bears his last name. She worries how he can reject her after such a lengthy and perplexing history of sporadic presence, and her deep anguish is evident.
A lot of women feel like they want to compete with a man, and these men are running all over the place, and it's wrong. It's wrong all day long. However, when you understand the basic biological facts, you get the difference. We, women, bear the children, meaning they can orbit in uncertainty indefinitely.
When Mr. Christian talks about his history with Ms. Christian's mother, he starts to show signs of emotion. He refers to them as companions living on the streets, Bonnie and Clyde.
Case of Kavanaugh v. Bowles McElliott, pertaining to whether Mr. Bowles or Mr. McElliott is the father of 3-week-old Malcolm Kavanaugh. Mr. McElliott, you are not his father. Mr. Bowles, you.
Oh, sorry.
Calm down.
Ms. Christian recounts a tragic early recollection. When she was 7 years old, she tried to locate her father by looking up the name of her paternal grandmother in a phone directory.
In the case of Christian versus Christian, when it comes to 26-year-old Precious Christian, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Christian, you are not the father.
Oh, we glad too.
Miss Matthews, just let it breathe.